Welcome to the King Spiritual Podcast, episode 2. How are you guys feeling today? How are you guys doing? It is a beautiful day today. Like I always say, another beautiful day, another beautiful million. Now, before we start this episode, I want y'all to, get situated. Like, I don't know if you at the crib. I don't know if you by the pool. I don't know if you around family. I don't know if you hiking. I don't know if you feel what I'm saying? I don't know if you in nature right now, but get yourself situated. Like if you smoke, get yourself a blunt. You drink, pour you a shot, some wine preferably. Anything that gets you comfortable, because this is going to be a good episode. Because today I wanted to talk about focus. That's a strong word, focus. Can you keep your focus? And, through personal experience, what I can say about focus is that whenever you are doing something right, whenever you're working towards something, whenever you're in a state of flow, whenever you're just sprouting new ideas, right? You're generating new thought patterns in your mind of certain things that you want to do. And whenever you're going towards that naturally through divine order, through the nature of the universe, while you're headed towards that, there is always going to be distractions. Distractions are all around you. What distractions are is to get rid of your focus. Now, the thing about these distractions is that these distractions might be in the form of something that makes you super uncomfortable, right? For example, family. I know how we all feel about family. I know in today's world, family is a term, used to suppress us in a way. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, there's a reason why they call it breaking generational curses. You, your brother, your mother, your father, your sister, your uncle, your aunt. You feel what I'm saying? We all came here on a different mission, but not everyone who is called has answered. Now, you might see this in the sense of you might be the person in your family that just nobody understands. You're the black sheep. Whenever you're thought of, you stick out like a sore thumb because you're so different. You can't relate. And I know for the people listening, I know y'all feel me on what I just said. Understanding that family at most times is a distraction pertaining to your mission. It doesn't matter what you do or who you are. You should be loved unconditionally by your family. That's what they're there for. They're not there to understand your mission or what you're becoming. They're not there to understand your spiritual journey for you. They're there to love you unconditionally. But understand this, people can only meet you at the depths of which they have met themselves. Now that includes family. You feel what I'm saying? And I was watching this video earlier. It just popped up out of nowhere, and it was this guy saying how family comes in as a distraction and how they try to hold you back is by saying that I care about you, that I love you so much, I miss you, I hope you're doing all right, trying to reel you back in. And I'm not saying that it's a malicious thing. I'm not saying that your family's out to hurt you. I'm not saying that, your family is always purposefully going against you. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you have a mission. You personally watching this or listening to this audio, I should say, understand that your spiritual mission has nothing to do with your family. Now, the only thing that it has to do with your family is that, now in the times that we are living in, now that the vibration is probably at the highest it's been in so long, we are being called to do certain things that is going to require us to let go of these distractions. You can't move forward if you're holding on to something. You can't receive something if you're holding on to the old. Right? Now, the reason why focus is so important is because 99% of the time you are distracted. Now that you know that, try to think about what it would be like if you had that focus. Say 50% of the time, 60%, 70%. How much your life will change. How much you'll realize that the things you're doing right now is not helping you at all. These attachments that you have are not helping you at all. I feel like focus helps you, gain clarity. Focus helps you become. Focus is the ladder to success. What's important to you? Like, honestly, what is important to you? I feel like that's an important question to ask because, you look in your phone, right? Let's say your phone, for example, you got these contacts, you got these people, you got your quote unquote best friend. You got this, for the females out there, you got this girl you always talk to, y'all are really cool. Y'all been cool since like middle school, fucking daycare, whatever it may be. And you feel like you have to sacrifice your life for these people. I know that feeling. But at some point on your journey, you are going to have to learn how to let go. And for the people who this is resonating very hard with, right? I'm letting y'all know before it actually happens in your life. The lesson to learning how to let go, if you don't learn how to let go, the universe will make you fucking learn. And hear me when I say this. Stay firm. Stay firm. That moment when your emotions just get out of control, that moment when you're in a state of confusion as to why you're feeling these certain things that you are feeling, stay firm. If you haven't seen my last podcast, episode 1, talking about meditation, go watch that right now. Meditation is important to keep your focus strong. And that's just one thing. Meditation is just one thing. There's so many other things. Just like I said, like with the universe, will teach you how to let go. That goes with everything else. You got past trauma. You got things that you haven't addressed yet. You haven't done the shadow work yet. Best believe it's going to keep coming up in your life until you get it, until you face it. And I think the next podcast, I'm going to talk about shadow work. I'm going to really talk about shadow work. But we live in a world where we can contact someone on the other side of the planet and talk to each other. Distractions are at an all-time high now, people. Distractions are at an all-time high. See, the person who you really want to become, the person who you really want to be in life, that person is not doing the things you are doing right now. I'm going to say that one more time. The person who you want to become, who you really want to become, who you truly and sincerely believe who you are, is not doing the things that you are doing right now. You want to go party every single weekend? Go ahead. You want to get drunk every night? Go ahead. One thing I learned, and it took me a while to learn, I was complaining about a lot of things, man. Why this? Why this? Why did this have to happen? Like, fuck. Why did this have to happen? I made this decision. Why did this have to happen? Why did everything have to happen the way it happened? Right? And when you get further in your spiritual journey, you're going to realize that we are the creator of our realities. We create our realities. So if we create our realities, then whatever situation we're complaining about, we created. And when I realized that, I stopped complaining. Every single situation you're in right now that you complain to your homeboys about, that you call your homeboys and talk to them about, the females, the homegirls you call that you complain about, or whoever you complain about with this, or even if you complain to yourself, you created it. And I'm going to take it a step further. You created it so you can fucking learn. Let me give it an example. Let me think of an example. This is off the top right now. For example, right? You in a relationship, right? And this relationship was very toxic, for example, right? Now that relationship has ended, but you still have those toxic traits. So when you find another man, when you find another woman, right? You're going to keep getting someone that is going to trigger those traits that you still have. And you're going to wonder, why does every fucking relationship, why is it toxic? It's because of you. Now, when you learn that, when you start facing yourself, and let's say you fix yourself, you did your shadow work, you learned from your past, you learned from your mistakes, you know what you did wrong. You feel what I'm saying? You take responsibility. Okay, I'm a different person now. Shit don't get to me like it used to. The love is out of this world right now. The vibration is extremely high right now. The frequency is popping. People stay away if you see any dragonflies, if you see any bees. But what I'm trying to say is that love you're looking for, right? And the definition of love is different for every person. But that love, what you're quote unquote looking for, is within you. Now when you can access that love, right? When you can access the true you, the true essence of what it means to be you, you would never ever be in a toxic relationship again. Because your inner world has changed. What you believed about yourself has changed. It's about who you became. It's about who you're becoming. I know every single one of y'all can think back to your life, like really flash back real quick, and now you're in this moment where you're listening to this podcast. You fucking had to, how far you came to get to this point. I know there was questions like, man, why am I going through this? What's the point of me going through this? But it's all about who you're becoming. It's you shaping yourself up. It's you truly reflecting what's in your inner world to the outer world. It's a spiritual world now. You're literally an alchemist. I recommend that book too, The Alchemist. Go look it up. Man, this is powerful, man. It could go deep, right? The example that I gave was just an example. There's so many other factors in life, and that plays a part in focus too as well. Understand, if you're a person who has a strong focus, shit don't affect you like it used to. The things you pay attention to is not what aren't the things that you used to pay attention to. To make that change is a process. Change don't happen overnight, people. No matter how much you expect out of people, no matter, you can't just tell to a person, be this, and then, the next day they're not that, and be upset about it. Change takes time. Change is a process. Enjoy the process. Enjoy your life, enjoy your journey, enjoy the things that you're going through, whether it's good or bad. It's only perception anyways. Now, that is it for today's episode, guys. YBM Gang, stay vibrational, stay positive. I'm going to leave you with an affirmation before we leave, and I need you to say this every single day until the next podcast comes out. I am asserting the mastery of my real self. YBM Gang, stay vibrational, and like always, we are up. Stay tuned to the next episode.